Sorry, but I have to ask the question. I have to ask the question. Why hasn't there been an active investigation on Empire distribution? This is a serious question. Because at this point, this marks, at least with Drakeo the Rule out of LA, heralded as one of the king of LA, street artists. This is at least the seventh or eighth artist associated with Empire Distribution, independent artist that has died of a homicide or been murdered in a violent manner, in a hit-like manner in the past year. I mean, you can run the list down, artists or independent artists that are associated or done business with Ghazi or Empire Distribution. It's not like, is this a coincidence? I don't believe in coincidences in the universe. Mo3, Dallas, Texas, gunned down on the highway, I-35. Most recently, Young Dolph, beloved Young Dolph, independent music proprietor, garnering Paper Out Empire, garnering, 20 million views on music videos independently, not breaking, bread with the age of old, gatekeepers. If you read this book, sorry, I got a book, Hitman. It delves into the underworld or the origins of the music industry and how there's a lot of close ties with the mafia. Not to say that the mafia still has ties in the music industry today, but just like how the CIA evolved from the OSS, pre-World War II, the mafia of new could just be an evolution of the mafia old and still have these type of ties within the music industry to this day. I just don't think, you look at Drakeo the Ruler. This would prompt me to go live today. Sorry, my name's Harold the Don Havin, But what prompted me to come on here today is like Drakeo the Ruler is the first independent artist apparently to get a co-sign by Drake. Drake is a featured artist. Drake is a major artist, I believe, signed to Universal Music Group, who I believe is owned by Vivendi, which is a French conglomerate that has, traces, this ties back to Napoleon Bonaparte's family type of shit. You know what I'm saying? If Drake, yes, he's a major artist tied to the machine, but, he's obviously has leverage within the machine, which allows them to operate outside the scope of a signed artist and co-sign an independent artist. Industry gatekeepers probably don't want that because, there's going to be a lot of income that's going to be generated for that independent artist, which the gatekeeper, mainstream, established record industry aren't getting any. They aren't getting their, any dividends or cut out of that economic pie that's being generated by that independent artist, right? So that prompts problems in a capitalistic society. There's a brother Ron Hurd on We All Be TV says, America is a hip hop album. It's a country founded in gangsterism, and that permeates through a lot of the industries that are domiciled in America. And I don't think it's by coincidence that all these major, loved, organic, independent artists are being viciously murdered in a year's time span. If you look at that, Young Dolph, look at his acolytes, Paper Out Empire, Key Glock. He signed Key Glock. These two artists alone, if you look at some of their YouTube videos, are garnering 20 million. Now, you may think like 20 million is not a lot of views, but music industry companies buy views. When you see a lot of times, you see these billions views, 100 million views. Those aren't organic. So you get a couple million views on every rap video you drop. That's streaming income from YouTube that you're getting as an independent artist. And a lot of times that's really organic views. It's hard to get 1 million people to watch a music video these days. The fact you got, artists like Paper Out Empire, Mo3, King Von, Young Dolph, Drakeo the Ruler. You look at a lot of their music videos, they are obviously talented individuals that were printing money hand over fist that I don't think were necessarily breaking off the proper gatekeepers in the music industry, and someone's taking notice of that and are trying to stifle that growth. I don't understand how there has not been any active investigation into Ghazi or Empire Records. This is not a coincidence. Maybe it is. Maybe I could be some, far out thinking, unhinged individual, but I think someone has to look at this. Star mentioned that, is the modern rap industry the mafia in the streets? And I think it is, man. I think it is. And I want to delve into this topic a little bit more, but I just wanted to get this thought pushed out there. And whoever hears this, let me know what you think. But I can go many different ways with this, but I think just initially, just want to put that in the ether and get that out there. I don't understand. RP Young Dolph, RP Dracula the Ruler, RP everyone who's lost their lives violently, seemingly senselessly in these hit-like manners that I think is coming from the suites to the streets. Shouts to brother Ron Hurd. He put me on to that. But yeah, tell me what y'all think. I'll be back. Thanks.